And hello everyone, welcome back to some more minor league esports action. This is the last game of the day, and it's also presented by APM Music. This is going to be a spectacle. Both teams, Hurricanes and Knights, looking to take some more wins and look to make their mark on the scene. I'm here with my lovely friend, Flyfire. Flyfire, how you doing today?
Doing great, Warrat. Thank you for having me on the stream with you. Loving the intro, of course, and hopefully loving the action that we're going to see. It is an AL2s matchup. We're keeping the theme today, going 2s for every match today. We'll have the 3s tomorrow, but we're going to finish this off with some great Academy League action between the Hurricanes, built of Violet Akuma and the Louser, versus the Knights of Shigiri and Aiko.
I think we might want to get that correct. His name is Loser, sir. But yes, it's going to be a great series. Both teams 2-1 in series record. So it seems to be kind of even. One team is in 9th place in the Hurricanes at 9-6, and the Knights are 15th at 8-7. It's still kind of differential, but it's very close on paper. And in this game, we're going to see some high flying, some door slapping, some shots coming at you left and right. And we're going to get started. As we get any predictions here, Flyfire, what do you think is going to happen in today's game?
I'm going to predict, let's go with the Hurricanes at a 4-1 win.
Oh,
I like the way they've been playing so far. I'm very familiar with Shigiri's play style, and judging by that early kickoff, my prediction's looking pretty good. They take the 1-0 lead.
It's still too early. I mean, that 4-1 prediction seems very solid, but it's still too early. The Knights also have a stellar roster. Unfortunately, they let up a goal early, and that is going to fuel the Hurricanes even more. Let's see if that is going to cost the Knights, and we're going to see if the Canes are going to strike back. But as I say that, just amazing shot by Akio.
She's got
Forgive me if I pronounce that wrong, but that was impressive.
Great controlled shot from Aiko, getting over the ball, tapping it with the wheels, and just forcing it behind the defender. Great control there. As Violet Akuma pushes it back upfield. Loser back downfield. He's got a bit of space. Can Aiko get back? No, she cannot. And Loser gets his second. It's 2-1 for the Canes.
Oh my, and we're starting scores off early. We can't even start play-by-play yet because there's not a whole lot of dribbling down the field. It's just you score, I score, you score, and it's just the first 30 seconds of the game. Hopefully we see some more back and forth midfield type control plays, but the Canes are looking to start that offense hot. And here comes Violet Akuma taking it down the field, and it's forced to go in a 2-on-1 situation, but the ball's coming the other way. Aiko, nice job getting that across to Loser, but Loser's going to take control and get it past one defender. Violet Akuma is nicely done to get it up and pass away, looking to take a shot here. Shigiri nicely defended, and that's still a 2-1 lead for the Hurricanes as the ball is going to go into the corner there. Oh, it's put out to the mid. Loser's going to get a touch, but it wasn't a good one. And the Knights score again in the first minute. We have 4 goals. Fly.
Aiko and Loser are going back and forth, shot for shot at this point. They're matching each other in every aspect. A 2-2 game. It's anyone's game at this point. Loser and Akuma to take the kickoff. It goes in the favor of the Canes. It'll be up to Aiko to respond there. She does get there in time as Akuma turning around, trying to carry it back upfield, but Shigiri shuts them down before the midfield line. Aiko out of their own corner. Couldn't get a good touch on it. It'll go off the backboard. Shigiri is there, but he can't finish it off. Loser there to try and capitalize, but nothing once more as the Knights are able to clear that ball to the midfield line and almost into the net. Good save by the Loser. Shigiri's going to push back downfield. That shot isn't on, but he has a chance for a rebound. Aiko shuts it down before it can materialize, though. Shigiri stolen by Aiko once again, and right now, it looks like both teams are firing on all cylinders.
This is definitely the type of play I wanted to see. I was tired of seeing scores after scores. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's lovely to see Academy League pop off, but I just wanted to see some play, some control, some get into your head. Who's going to make the first mistake? And so far, they're not letting me down one bit, and that ball is going to put in the mid. Akuma can't get a good touch on it, and Loser's going to take this one the other way as Aiko is going to put this back, going to take her time with it, and is just going to take the dribble. Loser, nicely done to get that ball away. Gets past one other defender, and that ball is just going to go in, and the Canes are going to score their third goal of this game. And I believe that's a hat trick for Loser.
Hat trick hero beats him on the 50 and sends that ball all the way downfield, popping the goal explosion and popping the score up by one once more. Sitting at 552 points now. Absolute domination from Loser. He punches it back downfield once more. Aiko to respond. Doesn't have a lot of boost, but maybe just enough to get a 50 here. Couldn't get it by Loser once more. Steals the boost on the way out, does Aiko. Loser, over one.
Ooh.
Maybe looking for the bump or demo. Instead, nice back touch to buy some time for Shigiri. Good job from both teams of controlling the space, taking it slow, making sure not to commit any more errors.
Oh my, and it feels like I don't know if I should talk again, because every time I start talking, someone gets to scoring. And it's another goal for the Knights, thanks to the teamwork by both Ayuko and Akuma to find a tied ball game with 2 minutes left to play. And it's just a lot of goals left and right. And here comes another kickoff. Are we going to see some more crazier things happen? Ayuko going to take it down to the corner. Shiguri's going to want to play this away, and he does. But he can't follow through with that as Akuma is going to take this one and take her time with it. Oh, Lauser, nicely done, but it's over to Aiku, who beats both players. Aiko, just a beast. It's 4-3. The Knights have a lead with a minute 46 left to play.
That hat trick award bouncing back the other way. Aiko gets her third on the board now. 4-3 for the Knights. They've taken control back, wrenched it away from the Hurricanes, and now it's up to the Canes to respond. Aiko couldn't get anything through the midfield. Double commit comes out, but it does buy them a bit of space as Shigiri collects. Akuma, the first challenge, beaten. The second challenge, almost beaten. Aiko having to dive for that save as Loser backs off and gives Aiko a bit of space to operate with. More offense coming out. Off the backboard, team bump comes out. Aiko can't get around it, and it'll go back downfield.
Oh man, and these plays are getting way more spicier than the next one. It just every time one team has the ball, they're setting it up. And it's up to the other team to figure out what to do. And so far, they've done a great job in keeping this I don't know if this is a low-scoring game. And just as I say that, no one's back to defend. And the Knights are going to take a 2-goal lead, less than a minute left to play here in game one.
Aiko, great job on defense, capitalizing on that passing play, stealing the ball out from midfield, and getting her fourth on the board. Again, we've repeated it. We sound like broken records at this point. It's high scoring. These guys know how to shoot. And now, Akuma, off the sidewall, looking to make a play with it, but he can't get much of anything right now. Off the backboard, Aiko is there. Great control to recover as well, and now has a ton of speed moving upfield. Couldn't make use of it, however. Loser, over, almost put that one in off the post, and it'll go back down. Shigiri has to collect, but he's not in a good spot. Maybe a pinch towards middle. She gets it to Akuma, and it's 6-3 with 31 seconds left.
I think that prediction's wrong, sir. I even had a hot take earlier too, but this is just taking a cake. The Knights are showing everybody why they shouldn't be counted out here. It's 6-3, 30 seconds left, and this feels like a statement win for this team. But Absolutely. The defense still holding strong here for the Knights, and this ball is just going to go touch the other way, knowing they don't need to do anything highly impressive. And Aiko's just going to demo just out of spite there. And 14 seconds left. Shigiri trying to make some work out of it. Lauser gets it around. Doesn't get a decent touch. Nakuma's going to put this one the other way. Gets a demo for himself. And it doesn't matter. The Knights are going to take game one.
In pretty convincing fashion, I want to say. bit of shakeups on defense early on, but they managed to recover, sort out their overcommits and double commits, and take a very, very clean first game. The Knights go up 1-0, and now question has to be asked, as always, Warat, what do the Hurricanes have to do to try and reply and take game 2?
I honestly don't know. The Canes did play great. I feel like they should lock down more on defense and try to figure out these plays the Knights are putting off. It's just the Knights, the passing plays, and it's working for them. The Canes can't read it. They're just high flying, and they just look too much in sync. They just seem like they just practice all the time, and I could be right about that. But these girls looking to make a statement win against these Hurricanes.
Apologies to Eco there as well. We have been mispronouncing her name this whole time. It is it Iko or Eco?
I think it's Iko, I've been saying.
We'll go with Iko. I'm so sorry. I haven't noticed you saying that, but shows how much I've been paying attention here. It's been high scoring, so not much time to recollect here and get our bearings in order, much like these teams. And moving into game 2, we'll see if they can keep the scoring up, or maybe it'll slow down a bit and we can get a bit of a feeling out process that we usually get back in game 1.
I definitely hope so. I hope this will be a more feel out type game here in Neo Tokyo, but you never know. Like game 1, both teams starting off hot, both teams, I guess, testing defenses and which one's going to stand out strong first. Unfortunately for the Canes, the Knights did stand tall to protect that castle in game 1. And let's see what's going on here. I don't know what's happening here. Players are leaving and joining again.
Bit of technical difficulties. It looks like one of the players is having a bit of trouble getting into the game right now. So we're just kind of stalling for time, letting both teams get a bit of a break in here, as now everyone's on the pitch. We're set for game 2 of this 5-game set. We go all the way to game 5, no matter what here in MLE. One of the things that sets us apart, it's always competitive, always to the bitter end. And Akuma back to receive the early kickoff.
Oh, most definitely. All right, Akuma doesn't touch it there, but Shigiri's going to come in looking to play it off the corner. Possible touchdown to himself. Aiko, nice touch to get it around. Another great 50 for her, and it's just going to go. But no, Shigiri is there to get that one away. Shigiri is going to try and take it. Nice, clear round 1. Going to take it in the air, trying to play it, trying to make something happen, but can't find anything. Akuma is going to touch it down to Aiko. Aiko, we've seen many times the Knights passing plays. They're just dangerous. The Arcanes need to figure out how to prevent that from happening, or it's going to be a long game for them.
A turn by Aiko in the midfield. Couldn't find the back of the net, though. Loser is up to clear, gets it out to midfield, and Shigiri's there. One-eye redirect. Doesn't even touch the ground before going in. He was silent in game 1, but silent no more. Shigiri makes his presence known.
And I don't know. I love Academy League. I know I'm biased because I'm in Academy League, but just watching these beautiful people playing amazingly just puts something special in my heart. They're out here playing just over the top, and Shigiri is going to start putting his name out there like he should have been doing in game 1, but the Knights were able to shut him down, and Shigiri is not going to be shut down any longer as he gets a nice 50 up to the wall. Akuma, gonna get bumped, and Loser's gonna be there with it. Gonna put it up high. Could be over Aiko. Aiko greatly defended, but still over to Loser. Loser looking to take a shot, and Aiko is just a brick wall out there. But the ball's still in danger zone for the Knights. Shigiri gonna 50, but it's gonna be touched over to Aiko. But Shigiri's gonna send this one the other way. Shigiri has been all over the field here, and no, gets beat by Akuma, and Loser gets beat by Akuma. Another one. Akuma is just breaking ankles out here. It's a tie ball game.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That's how the saying goes. Akuma matching Shigiri's redirects blow for blow. We saw it between Aiko and Loser in the first game, and now almost a secondary goal scoring coming out for both of these teams. Akuma's up, trying to make another impact play. Good catch by Loser on the backboard. Shigiri will take it out. He's got options towards midfield, but he couldn't get a good touch, and then Aiko back into the white zone. Aiko there for the bump. Great bump, in fact. But Shigiri booms it back downfield. Akuma receives, and now you gotta wonder, Borat, does the physicality start coming out from one of these two teams to try and offset the high goal scoring?
I think the physical game, it needs to be from the Hurricanes, because the Knights, they're just beating them at almost every time with these double beats, the cross plays, the passing plays. They need to start getting more physical, or another shot like that's going to happen. Akuma is going to take the lead for the Knights. It's 2-1. And just like that fly, no matter what happened, these Knights are just going to find a way to score.
We got that shooting. Bar down skis for Akuma. And now they take the lead. Just over half the game left to play. Still tons of time. And Loser with a great kickoff chance here. Got the boost. One touch, but can't find anything more. Shigiri's there to receive. Bit of an overcommit for the Knights. Can they get back in time? It looks like they can. Just doing damage control at this point. Shigiri puts it back into his zone. Aiko in the corner. What a couple of touches there. Loser was not expecting that. The best touch he can get is towards the center of the pitch. And they barely skirt past disaster there and keep keep themselves in this 2-1 game.
I am just very impressed of how much good Aiko is. I've never seen them play before, but color me just great, because the play coming out of Aiko, how do you shut it down if you're the Canes? You cannot let her have any solo plays, and there she goes again, just dangerous with the ball. And here goes Akuma looking to put it on more for these Knights. The pressure is strong. It's high up. Aiko can't get the touch, and it's still just a 1-goal game for the Canes, but for how long? That one gets 50'd out to the midfield. Shigiri is going to try and take it through the air, and Shigiri is going to play it himself. Tries to take a shot at Akuma. Nicely defended, and I believe that's a savior for that player right there.
Looks like it. He's got 3 on the board now, and he's been doing it all in this game for the Knights. And now maybe they can get another one on the board. Good bump. Clutch bump from Loser there. Great job clearing that one out. And we said it before, I want to see more physicality out of the Hurricanes. We've seen it a bit from the Knights, honestly. And if the Canes can answer back a bit, get their bumps in. There's a great bump from Akuma there in the backfield. Loser's going to try and control, but they're running low on resources right now. They're having trouble finding boosts, having trouble finding any room or momentum with how many bumps and demos are coming through.
Oh yeah, they're running out of resources, definitely, but also more importantly, running out of time. But there could be one. No, Akuma saved away, and the Hurricanes can't find the back of the net. Still, this Knights defense is holding up. But for how long, though? It's a miss, and you don't see that too often, and Loser's going to take advantage, and we got a tie ball game. 7 seconds to go. Could we see our first overtime here?
It feels like it, man. 7 seconds left. Tons of time for someone to get on the board, but it's going to have to be a quick kickoff goal. Loser up against Akuma. Goes in the favor of the Knights. Good touch by Aiko. Moves it forward. Just 1 second left, and it's rolling on the ground. We go to OT.
Oh man, if she had that ball in the cart just a little bit more, I was afraid of for the Hurricanes there. And what a shot by Shigiri! It's an unfortunate own goal, and Shigiri is going to take advantage and take game 2 for the Hurricanes.
Just staying upfield, creeping up a bit, beats his man to the ball, and Aiko couldn't find the touch into the post. A great comeback win for the Hurricanes with 2 quick goals in succession to tie up the series at 1 apiece.
Now, you don't see that. We haven't seen that kind of misplay by Aiko. The first miss off the backboard, which allowed Loser to tie the game, and then just an unfortunate own goal, which the shot was very fast by Shigiri. He made sure to cannonball that one, and unfortunately the save this time didn't go in favor of the Knights, and they've been great defensively with 4 saves. But it's with that game too, this could be a very close game. We could see just a 2-2 game 5 determine all for the series.
It's looking that way. You know, that first game, we saw a ton of offense. It felt like this game, we saw a ton of defense, you know? Akuma, especially, getting that Savior medal and having a very clutch save that he didn't get credit for, kept the Knights in it, if momentarily. Now the Hurricanes, it's all about keeping that pressure up, keeping the wheels moving, making sure to keep that momentum going into Game 3 on Forbidden Temple.
Oh.
Who will be the man to show up? We saw Shigiri and Akuma last game. We saw Aiko and Loser in the first game. So who will be the man or a woman of the moment right now? It looks to be Aiko as it almost hits the post. Shigiri moving back downfield.
Yeah, here goes Shigiri, dangerous on the ball, almost 15 to the net. Nicely done, nicely well played by Aiko, which is going to send us down to the other side. It's a 1-on-1. Aiko, Shigiri going to get that win. Going to try and get it past Takuma, who has been great defensively, and gets that ball to the corner. But Aiko is going to put this one back to mid and down the field. Loser is going to take this pass up to Shigiri. No, Akuma is there to intercept it and take control here. Is she going to be able to do something with it? No, Shigiri, but gets bumped. And that was nicely done by Akuma. Aiko looking to double, can't find it, but the Knights still pressuring on in this early setting. Shigiri gonna take it high, gonna try and pass it or take it himself, tries to get 50. Oh, that was a great 50. Here comes Louser taking it down the pitch, gets a demo, and that's what you want to see coming out of the Canes.
They're trying to find any sort of offense right now. Both teams a bit stagnant at the moment. Now moving back downfield for Aiko, trying to put that pressure back on. Shigiri counters, puts it into the Knights' end, off the corner, towards the middle. Aiko clears it out, and the pressure switches hands once more as Akuma puts it near the net. Not enough to be a threat momentarily, but it's off the backboard and away from the net. An unfortunate pinch for Akuma, and the Hurricanes, once again, they squeeze by disaster there.
Yeah. And just like that, Loser is just scoring for these guys. And beautifully done by the Loser here to get the Hurricanes up 1-0. And I mean, we've seen this before, and we've seen the striking powers of the Knights. They're just going to find a way to hammer down and tie the game, or will the Canes defense stand strong? And that was almost in. Shigiri with a save to keep this a 1-0 game. And here comes Loser, gets past one defender, and Loser gets his second goal of the game.
It's been all about the speed right now. The 50s in the midfield. A lot of goals have been like this. Just players getting beat, whether it be not approaching the 50s in the right location or just getting beat outright due to speed. It was a large talking point last series that speed is the biggest asset in Rocket League. And it looks to hold true in this AL series here. 2-0 for the Canes. Goes straight up. Aiko, can she recover and get a second touch? She can, and maybe a couple more there off the backboard. But the important thing is that it's getting out eventually, as Akuma has a bit of space to work with now.
Yeah, but here goes Shigiri taking to the other side over to Loser. Loser's going to try and gets past Aiko, but Akuma's there, touches it off the backboard. Aiko almost dropped that one in, and the Knights' passing plays are dangerous, but it didn't work out for them this time, as Loser's going to come up with it. Going to try and slot this one. Shot. He gets a hat trick. And Loser is going to take a beautiful shot off that 50 down midfield. And it puts the Canes up 3-0 with 2:20 left to play. And how will the Knights respond to this one? I don't think they've been down by 3 points in this series. And Shigiri is going to get a kickoff goal. And the Canes put themselves in a comfortable 4-0 lead.
They're looking very, very good. We asked who would show up, and it looks like it's both of them in this game. The points differential not that far off. They're finding their assists. They're finding their goals, more importantly, and a lot of shots coming through. Just over halfway through this game, and they've got 6 on the board to the Knights 3. They're finding their offense when they can. The Loser puts it back downfield as Akuma has to receive. gets the full boost tank, but a bit awkward off the corner. Beats his man to the challenge, but it'll be Aiko left alone for now. Maybe a bit of a team bump coming out off the spawn, and Aiko shaken up by that, couldn't save Shigiri's bounce shot.
Oh my, what a play coming out of the Canes and just showing the Knights that they're still here. They're still capable of scoring, and if you're not going to do anything about it, we're going to put the hammer down and score some more. This is just letting them know, hey, if you don't shut us down, we're going to get all the momentum, and we're just going to take this series and run with it. And that's exactly what might happen if the Knights don't figure out a way, maybe get a couple of goals here and transition, take to the next game. And the Knights are going to start here as Aiko is going to try and get it past Shigiri, but Shigiri has been very well played with the ball today, and he's going to put that one down. Nice 50. Oh, but Akuma is there, a little low on boost there. Can't do much with it. Loser is going to get it out, but Aiko's there with it, looking to double, gets a double, and it's 5-1. Kids, it's still time for the comeback fly. Do you think it's possible?
I don't think it's very possible. I don't think it's probable. It is definitely possible, though. And Aiko off the floor, off the board, and onto the board in the scoring department. And they get something at least with a minute 22 left. She's got another solo play in the back. Oh my goodness, what an attempt by Aiko. Almost finding the back of the net again. It's Shigiri going back downfield. Good save by Akuma. He might need another, though. Aiko bit on that. Loser's shot goes wide, and with just over a minute left, this time, valuable seconds ticking off the clock. Aiko's back up in the air, and she'll put home a second. 58 seconds left. 3 goals.
I don't know what to say. It's hard to do. I wouldn't say it's impossible with the way this series has been going. Both teams have been on fire, just shooting the ball. But the Canes have a good, comfortable lead with less than a minute to go. But Aiko looking to try and get the comeback rolling as Akuma's going to touch, gets bumped by Shigiri. Loser's just waiting in the wings as Shigiri gets a 50. Loser's going to go up for it now. Going to take a touch down to Aiko, knowing they don't need anything significant on offense here because they're up by 3 goals, and Loser's is going to take the time, waste more time on the clock, and gets 2 50s in a row, which wastes even more time. Shigiri gets a nice touch out of the corner. Oh, Aiko beats both, but it's still not in scoring range, but we've seen what Aiko can do. Aiko not going to be able to find it there, but here comes Akuma. Akuma pass back to Aiko. Loser waiting in the wings, nicely played, and we can see a 6th goal here for Shigiri, and the Canes are now up by 4.
2 hat tricks, 2 players. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good high scoring game for your team. You know, they don't have all the assists in the world, but they're finding them when they can. And it's just a solid performance from the Hurricanes, almost certainly going to take game 3 here and take that 2-0 advantage. Looking for a 7th is Shigiri, but Akuma turns him away. Pop up by Loser. Aiko puts it away from the net once more, but that will do it here in game 3. Moving to game 4, the Hurricanes hold a 2-1 advantage.
And the Hurricanes coming out, gust of winds coming in on Forbidden Temple to knock these Knights over a peg or two. And they take a commanding, I want to say it's a command. It's 2-1 lead in the series, but that game was a commanding statement saying, hey, we're here to play. If you don't bring your A game and then some, we're going to do this to you again. It's a commanding 11 shots by the Hurricanes and only 6 from the Knights. And we talk about it all the time. The team that takes the most shots is more likely going to win the game.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. It's not no sugarcoating around it. The Knights only 4 saves out of all that pressure of the Hurricanes, and it feels like it's a different game from game 1 that happened when the Knights kind of did the same thing to the Hurricanes, and they just paid them right back in tenfold. And we're going to see how strong the Knights are going to come out in game 4.
You know what I really like about the stat line? You mentioned it. 11 shots, 4 saves for the Knights. That's almost every single shot registering in some way, whether it be a save or a goal. It's all pressure on the Knights net. You don't even see that a lot at higher levels. A lot of shots go wide, but Loser especially, his shots are dead accurate, almost constantly forcing out a save, forcing them to use boost, and moving into game 4, that's something the Knights have to try and stagnate. Maybe get a bit more aggressive in the midfield, you know? Maybe go for a bump or two on the way back, as Aiko tried to do just there, but you gotta try and stagnate that offense.
Oh, definitely. We talked about which team should be putting more bumps and demos and physical play on the board, but it just seems we talked about the Canes doing it, and they've done that. They have turned it around, and now it's up to the Knights to do the same. And Shigiri is just going to start the demoing early, and Akuma couldn't get a touch on that one. But here comes Loser. Past one Knights defender. Aiko going to take it down. Shigiri is there to follow it up. Shigiri, tries to do it himself, but it's still a good hold by the Knights, and Loser's gonna miss. Chance to set up for the Knights here. Low boost here by Aiko, trying to do something, trying to get into the midfield for Akuma, but no, Shigiri wide open, and he's gonna take his time with low boost. Gets past Aiko. Loser opted to come in, but turned away by Akuma. Ball's gonna drop down. Here come the Knights now on the aerial attack, but no, both Knights players opt away. But here comes Aiko, and it gets 50'd away by Shigiri, as Akuma is going to send this one high. Down, can't get to it, does a backflip, and Loser's going to take this one the other way. Pass up to Shigiri. Akuma is there to intercept it, and Shigiri misses the ball there, still trying to keep it in the corner. Aiko gets it nicely touched. They're going to try and pass it down, maybe do it herself, and no one's there. It's well defended by the Canes, and that's a miss, as Aiko's going to send this one the other way.
I love the patience from the Hurricanes, honestly. We saw it, recall all the way back to game 1 if you can with all the goals, but one of those goals in particular stood out to me as it was because of a massive overcommit from the Hurricanes, and they are doing everything in their power to correct that one mistake. They haven't overcommitted. You saw about 3 examples of players just deciding, you know what? We're just going to back off and play a bit of defense here. We'll take our opportunities when they come, but we don't need to force anything this early in the game. Definitely don't need to put ourselves in a position of going down 1-0 to the Knights. We'll see if that strategy pays off, or if they might start getting desperate the longer this game goes.
Yeah, definitely. The Knights did have a lot of pressure in the first few games, and the Canes have found a way to slow that down and play a little defense and take shots when need be. But Aiko trying to topsail that. Loser is going to get a nice save, and the Knights, here come the Knights pressure. Canes breaking down. Can their defense hold strong? Loser comes up, tries to get a bump or something on that, but can't find it. Akuma gets it touched, but Shigiri's going to put this one high up to Aiko. Aiko's then going to take it and 50'd out. The ball's still in the air, and the ball has been in the air more times than the players. And Shigiri, nice save out to mid, but Aiko's going to take it, gets demoed by Shigiri, leaving the Knights down a player here in this offensive push. Loser going to take it, gets past the defender, still trying to control it, and Akuma's going to come up, gets it past, but gets bumped at the same time. Aiko, maybe not a good idea, but still, Akuma's there with the save, but it's a bounce to Loser. Loser is going to put the Canes up 1-0 with 1:41 left to play. And as we thought the Canes defense might have broken down, the Knights defense definitely broke down in that one. And here we go. Like you said, the Hurricanes are just patiently waiting for their moments, their opportunities to strike, and it has been helping them. Shigiri's going to put another one on the board. It's 2-0 in a hurry.
Shigiri just says, you know, Loser, move over. Get out of my way. I got this solo play. I got this flick. And you and I, have a 2-0 lead in this game, verging on the series win 3-1 here as Shigiri moves up, gets the 50, pushing it out to the sidewall, and Aiko is up. Dangerous position for Aiko, the mechanical goddess, trying her hardest to get that one in, but couldn't find it out of the backboard. Good demo, moving upfield, should stunt the attack before it even really gets underway. And it's Shigiri, stuck in the 1v1. 50 goes to the far side. Can he recover? Yes, he can. Very well played by Shigiri.
Absolutely. Shigiri has been a staple in this Hurricanes offensively and defensively. He has been there when they need it the most, and I'm not taking anything from Loser because he has definitely put on a show here, but Shigiri has been in that so many difficult plays time and time again where he needs to recover, and he just keeps doing such. He keeps showing up for this team, and Shigiri's going to try and put another one on the board. Passes, but Loser's going to come up off the top post, and no need to rush for these games as they're up 2-0 with 30 seconds left to play, and they're looming in on that series win.
Absolutely. The Knights need to find an answer, and they need to find it soon. Akuma in the corner, shipped out towards the midfield. Aiko is there to receive. Shipped towards the middle once more. They're really trying to set up these shots, and a lot of respect given by both teams, waiting for the other to make the first move. But the thing with that is only one team is in position to let that ball drop like it did, and that is the Hurricanes. The Knights need some offense. They need a goal with time remaining, but it doesn't look like they'll find it. They'll find it. They have the full length of the field to go, and it will be the Hurricanes 2-0 taking the series win.
And we asked the questions after game one. We asked, how are the Hurricanes going to respond to this high-flying, high-scoring Knights offense? And they have answered all the questions. I have checked off all my boxes. These Canes players, they have found a way. They've willed in existence their play style. And that's not good for the Knights. And unfortunately, with that, the Hurricanes are going to take the series win. But as we all know, in MLE, every win counts. And the Knights are going to look to take, win number 2 as we go into game 5. But will it happen? Will your prediction of 4-1 come to fruition here, Fly?
I mean, I'm really hoping it does, but at the same time, I would like to see some more competitive play from the Knights. It was kind of a weird game in that for the Knights, it went almost identically to the last game in game 3, where they were stunted on offense and they didn't put many shots on net. The difference being that the Hurricanes, they didn't get all that much offense either. Only 3 shots per side, but the effectiveness and the efficiency from the Hurricanes was a lot greater in that game, and that's why they came away with that win.
Oh, definitely. And we're going into Manfield here as the Knights look to take their second win from the Hurricanes. And they're gonna need to answer a lot of questions that you and I and a lot of people have. How do you stop Shigiri? Shigiri has been a staple player in this series, and just blocking, shooting, and just putting the ball where he needs it to go. The Knights just can't find an answer, and they might start here as Akuma is going to start scoring first here for the Knights. It's 1-0, and they may have talked it out. They may have found an answer here, but there's still a lot of time left to play. Unfortunate flip by Shigiri, couldn't get to it, and we got ourselves a 1-goal lead this early in the game.
Yeah, very awkward position that Shigiri was put in there. He had to try for the back foot, but he couldn't find it. Loser, can he finish it off? Yes, he can. Tie game, just like that.
And it feels like if one team answers back, the other team's got to do it, and in a better way. It's just crazy. Loser, don't forget about him. He said to everyone, he said to the players, hey, Shigiri's out here, but I'm out here too. This is my game as well, and we're going to make sure we're going to run this offense all over you. And that's what the Hurricanes have been doing. But Akuma is still going to take the ball downfield. Shigiri coming up with the challenge, gets a challenge up there. And Shigiri gets a demo. It's all sails ahead for the Hurricanes, but no. Akuma gets a decent touch there. Get this ball into the corner. Oh, nicely done by Aiko. They try and get it to the midfield. No, Loser's there with it. But Akuma there with the catch. Low on boost now. Needs to try and get touch. Maybe around get 50s. No. Loser gets it slow touch out to Shigiri. Shigiri's going to pop it up to Loser. Loser taking a shot. Can't find the back of the net. And here comes Shigiri off the back wall. Loser goes up with it. Loser is going to strike. And Loser finds himself 2 goals in this game.
Maybe 30 or 40 seconds there that I couldn't confidently say that a Knights player had full boost, honestly. They went upfield, they had nothing. They came back, they still had nothing, and eventually 3 touches off the backboard and 1 on the net was enough to get the Hurricanes their lead right back where they want this game, in their control once more. Aiko is up, trying to make something happen, but couldn't find anything except for that touch, which isn't a great touch, going back into the Knights' end. Off the corner comes Shigiri. Loser gonna wait for his teammate to back out before he commits. And even then, he decides to wait for a more favorable 50.
Oh, definitely. And the Hurricanes have been doing a great job with just controlling this ball wherever they needed to go. They have been just placing it wherever. And like that, Loser gets past one defender. Akuma's got to get a decent save, and she will do that. And Shiguri's going to get a 50. Low boost, gets bumped, and gets the boost. Unfortunate. Maybe Akuma was looking for that boost, but can't find it. Shiguri with a ton of momentum and ton of boost now. Can't get a touch on it, and Akuma is going to take this one the other way. Just dribbles, flicking it up, trying to get it past, and can't find those two 1v2 plays like she had earlier in the series as the Hurricanes are looking to lock it down here. Akuma now has to make a good touch,
Great
but
demo.
no longer. Aiko gets a demo on Loser, and it's going to halt the Canes' attack, but Shigiri is going to do it himself, tries to put more pressure. Doesn't get a touch, though. Here comes Loser off the corner. Aiko keeps it where it's safe in the corner, but for how long? Oh, nicely played by the Knights. Shigiri, last one back, gets a touch to the corner, and here it comes. The Knights on field, on pressure, and it's a beautiful touch by Aiko. Aiko is going to tie the game up, and just like that, the Knights are not going to die without a fight. Amazing touch.
Oh, the backspin, looking like a pool shot out there. Managed to get around the ball just enough that the momentum was completely stopped, and Loser ends up flying right by.
Oh no!
And Akuma gets his own goal and the lead in the favor of the Knights.
Akuma comes in like a bat out of, you know what I'm going to say next. She just comes in, puts it on target. The Knights are not going to let this game be like the last one. The Knights are not going to die just like that. They want to take game 2. They want to take their second win here. And Loser is going to look to try and prevent that. Nice shot by Loser. Aiko gets a save, and that could have been a statement save for them. Aiko's going to do it again. Loser gets his own save on the back end there. Shigiri gets a demo, but still Lumen for the Knights to press on, and Akuma can't find it. Both Hurricanes miss the ball, and Loser gets demoed, but Shigiri has been doing it himself most of the time, and almost an unfortunate goal by Akuma, who puts it off to the corner there. Nice save, and it's still a 1-goal game here for the Knights. And the Knights, Akuma trying to put it up. No, it's off to the corner. Loser's going to take it, tries to pass it over to Shigiri, and it's not there. And Aiko is going to put this one the other way. Great pressure, though, by Shigiri to put this one the other way. And Shigiri misses, maybe trying to get demoed, but no. Akuma's going to take it up, misses, and just the passing plays aren't working anymore for both these teams. They're both just constantly trying to rush it down the field and score, but nothing's looking out for them.
Now both teams trying to find an opening at this point. 55 seconds left for the Hurricanes to get on the board once more, tie this game up. They've done it before. They've scored in the last 10 seconds before. They just have to find a way to do it again. Shigiri shot, a good opener. The Loser off the sidewall. Look at the pass downfield, but no one was there. Shigiri was backing off. Aiko, a great 50, opening up more space. Loser to receive. Does he have boost? Shigiri does, and is up, but just double whiff in the midfield. Shigiri takes advantage, though. Has a pass out.
Oh, my goodness.
There! And the pinch goal. Friendship ties the game.
Oh my gosh, and just as you think we don't see crazier plays happen, this pinch just goes in, ties the game. 3-3, 20 seconds left, and both teams just showing how much power they can have when it comes to offense. Any one of these teams can score, so don't blink your eyes because that could just go. Akuma by herself, 10 seconds left. Hurricanes looking to end it here and now as Lauser is going to try and pressure it, but he doesn't. Makes Aiko faked out, and we're going to might see another time. Aiko looking to end it here. Aiko is going to end it at the last second, and the Knights come out this craziness game. Chaos, just hectic. I don't even know what else to say. It was just over the top, and the Knights come out the victor with their second win of the series. And that's still important for these Knights team. It's still important for them to get at least 2 wins off the Canes, still in, season play. And just like that, the Knights show why they could be just as dangerous as any team out on the pitch.
Aiko with the ice in the late stages of that one. 0-second goal. There's really no other fitting way to end this series in my mind. High scoring all the way to the end. Just a great job from both teams. But that being said, it's been a very, very long day for us at the production booth. Much appreciated that you guys are here to join us and follow along in this ride. We'll do it all again tomorrow when we go to the 3 side. I'm sorry, did I cut you off, Borat?
I just, if this is a preview of what we're going to see tomorrow, I'm all for it.
Oh, absolutely.
To me, not being biased or anything, because I'm an ACAT, but to me, this is probably the best series of the day, and by far didn't deliver. Both these teams looking to make its mark, make its statement going forward into the season, and best of luck to both teams. Both teams played amazing. Congratulations on this wonderful time experience. I'm glad to be a part of this fly, and I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen again tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll do it for us here on the desk. I have been Flyfire, joined by a War Rat among a slew of other casters today. We'll be back at it tomorrow, as War Rat said. Feel free to join us then, but for now, we'll see you next time.
Adios.